Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gadia. Hopefully, I can do this in one shot this time, where the populace are at the mercy of elemental chaos, unpredictable weather, and elemental greater than thou beings that want to kick your ass. Our story this evening continues to follow the adventures and mishaps of the group, known as the Measure, as they seek to continue to protect their home, the village Greystand. During session tonight, to those of you out there in chat, we'll be interacting with you all to the best of our ability. But so as to not break the flow of role play in the game, we will be primarily using chat to say hi and thank you for being such wonderful supporters of our whole thing we got going here. But at around 9:30, when we will be taking a break, and when we come back, we'll be able to more so verbally interact for a little while before we jump back into things. And also, while you are here in chat tonight, as I always ask, be excellent to each other. We're just here to have a good time and escape reality. So what do we got? Luna, are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, Luna's got something.
I got something. All right. This stream is brought to you by our friends over at 5GMs in a Trench Coat. 5GMs is a TTRPG actual play podcast where 5 friends take turns weaving stories through the tabletop system of their choice each season. Currently, GM Tanner is running their inaugural season in a Fate-core Dragonfield world, but you can also listen to GM Adam weave tales through a multiversal Spider-Verse web or a beautiful island filled with dinosaurs. You can find them wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find them over at 5GMs Official on Twitter and Blue Sky, and at 5GMs in a Trench Coat on Instagram and TikTok.
Thank you so much, Luna. And Sora, thank you for tossing those links in chat for people. And to something additional that's not in the script that we have, they actually just, I think it was today, they dropped episode 1 of season 2. So if you want to get on the front of their most recent story, now's the time to do it. I believe, I haven't gone to listen to it yet, so I'm not 100% sure. I believe it's Cyberpunk. So yeah. So pretty cool. Let's see. I have nothing to go along with this, but we are very quickly and out of control hurtling towards our 52nd session, which would be an entire year of Welcome to Greystand. Yeah, we're like not even 2 months away from that. I don't know what we're doing, but it's a thing. We gotta do something.
It's unheard of for no one to cancel a single session. We've gone for 52 straight weeks almost.
Mm-hmm.
So
40. This is 47. So that's like, I don't even know what that is.
Math, yo.
Gotta be a record.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe it is.
Freaking exciting.
Guinness. It is exciting. Yeah. What else do we got? Sora, what do you got?
if you are watching on, if you like to watch it on YouTube, it will be up on Thursday at some point. Yeah, and then you like and subscribe and hit the bell and do all that fun stuff.
Ding ding.
So ding ding, yeah.
Yeah.
And comments are nice. We respond to comments.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, not this Friday, but every other Friday, we do The Adventure Continues, speaking of questions or comments, which is our recap. We do 2 session recaps at a time, unless something screwy happens and we end up doing 3, which has happened. You can come in and ask questions. We're much more verbally interactive during The Adventure Continues because it's a talk show and we're not, trying to keep the flow of a roleplay scene. But you can come in and ask questions on there, and you can also send questions to our Twitter. So, or either the main Twitter or to me, it doesn't matter, and we will do our best to answer during the adventure continues. If you have a question for a particular cast member, it's even better to do that through Twitter in case they're not able to be there on the adventure continues, and then we can just tell you what their answer is. So, just some things to think about. Okay. Does anybody else have anything? Yes? No? All good? Okay. Well, were we all here last week? I think we were. Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
good. Never mind. I was gonna say welcome back, everybody, but never mind. Ignore me.
good to
Hey,
be
what's
back.
going on, Brandon? I see you down there. All right. Let's do a recap of Welcome to Greystand, session 46, Two Worlds, before we jump into this insanity. Last time on Welcome to Greystand, building up to the moment of meeting with Malachite to go see the Gaddisy elders. They spent their time milling about Greystand, doing their regular tasks, and a little bit of then some, like crafting somebody's fishing knife, just to bide their time until the moment came. Making fishing knives, discussing future plans for the village of Greystand with its leadership, and things of that nature. Eventually, they did meet with Malachite in the evening, to which he created a teleportation circle to hurtle them across Gadia to a year's travel away, if you were to travel on foot. Bringing them to the home of the Gaddisy, the Wailing Tunnels, almost a cave-like community in the middle of a vast desert. Which, by the way, first time any of you have seen anything like a desert before, you probably never even heard of one before. Culture shock. The measure began to explore the Wailing Tunnels to see the variety of things that it offered. A market, a training area, as well as a high plateau mesa out in the middle of the desert that serves as a viewing area for the night sky. After exploring and goofing off, all of you went to bed for the night, and in the morning went with Malachite to see the elders, learning some things you didn't know yet about the originator and his envoys, as well as learning a little bit more about the elemental threats that are coming to be. In your efforts to convince the elders to help you hold back these threats instead of pulling out of the fight, you were able to convince 3, but you needed to convince 4. And now that 4th has challenged Cassidy to a fight. And that will be where we pull in here.
As you wish, so it shall be.
Let's see here. I gotta get on the right page. Oh, you guys are already on the map. Excellent. She kind of makes her... Well, she was circling the room. She stopped at right over here. She looks to the rest of you. Ilmendel looks to the rest of you and says, you may want to move to the edge of the room. Tim, Marissa, are you just not gonna? Are you not moving?
I'm trying. I was
Oh,
trying
is it
to
not
move
letting you?
I've got a little bit of lag apparently.
Oh, okay, all right.
Rena just immediately slips behind Cassidy and goes up against the wall.
Oh, gee.
Not the best position, just gonna.
There you go. Colby, are you having difficulty as well?
No. Tim will look toward to Cassidy and like give her a look of. You okay with this? You sure?
I'm sure.
Your webcam froze, Colby.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm just letting you.
It's fine. This is fine.
Everything's.
Okay, and you're gonna move over there.
Does
Oh.
she wish to challenge me where we stand? Right here,
It seems so.
by the tree?
Mm-hmm. She, as I stated previously, she's wielding this porter staff that seems to be made of fire itself. An orange flame from top to bottom, but she's holding it casually, and she's looking at you. What's your name, girl?
I am Cassidy, Meridian.
She nods. She says, I want to see how badly you need help. Fight with your heart. Roll for initiative. What'd you get?
12.
17. Before this starts, I will allow you to put yourself somewhere on the map that you want to begin. There will be a moment to get into your chosen position, and then it can start. But she will be going first.
I am processing. Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna turn so any of her missed attacks don't go to.
Okay. She will stay where she is. And
Cassidy's just fixing her armor and slamming her mace, getting herself psyched up.
She takes a couple steps forward before she advances. Takes a quarterstaff in both hands. What do you do, Cassidy Meridian?
I am a smith from my village, and as of recently, one of its defenders.
You say this, and she smiles. And as she smiles, this aura, the wave of air around her turns to this red color as flame starts to cover her. And she says, I am Ilmendel, Fire Elder of the Gaddacy, and Xanthaus of the Sendel clan. Lucky for you, it seems you know how to handle a flame. And she runs in, and she is going to attack.
No.
What the fuck is a Xanthaus?
Yes.
First roll, I'm assuming a 12 is gonna miss.
Quite.
Okay. Second hit is going to be 21 to hit.
Oh, you got me.
She just comes around and hits you. Oh, she misses the first time, then comes right back around and hits you with this flaming staff. You get hit for 8 points of fire damage.
Roll.
And it is your turn.
All right. Well, I was hoping to start ranged. Looks like she has other ideas. Ooh, I've got an idea.
– 18 points of damage. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. All right, is that it for your turn?
Cassidy just kind of smirks and says, Illimandel, why challenge me?
Mm. Okay. Hold on one second. When as a okay, never mind. She's like flinches a little bit when she feels the radiance of your spell, and just gets this smile on her face, and she says, I like a challenge. And she is going to strike you again. That is going to be a 19.
Oh man.
Is that it on the nose?
No, it one higher.
Okay. She's going to hit you for 9 points of fire damage. And then she is bonus action Misty stepping out of your spell range. And that is going to be it for her turn. Before you go, what are the rest of the measure doing?
Watching intent.
Okay. Twins, same thing. Okay.
Is this a bad time for us to mention we forgot questions?
Quite.
I'm just thinking for Cassidy's sake.
Right,
if she
yeah.
needs it.
Okay.
Let's just pretend I got inspiration because I'm amazing.
I mean, valid.
I mean, because JT's never not afforded anyone inspiration.
Yeah.
I thought
Go
you did
ahead,
to Kevin one time. Sorry.
Yeah, I did not give him inspiration one time. Yeah, because
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Kevin.
For the exact reason that I always say I won't give you inspiration is if you just say yes or no and won't give me anything else.
Oh, yeah. Role play.
Yeah. You know what? Everybody mark yourself inspiration, but at the end of session, I will ask the questions.
Okay.
So just make sure you give me the proper answer.
No.
We
I
use
just-
it in
I
this
kind of-
session. Do we
Out
get
of
it again?
spite
at the
now,
end?
just want to give you a
No.
bad answer, so we have to find out what kind of
What
debt I would owe
happens?
you.
Hmm.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
Amber, I think
won't do that.
I think you're safe no matter what, but the rest of
I'm-
us.
I'm really not. I think he holds me to a higher standard. Anyhow, is it my turn?
Hold
Is she
on.
done lighting me on fire?
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
get that away.
Yeah, it's just like that too. Oh.
Oh,
All right, go ahead.
is
It's your
that
turn.
the invisible one?
That's the one nobody else can see. Yeah.
Just him?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna take a couple steps forward, and there's that sting, Ilmandel.
Mm-hmm.
DC 14 Wisdom.
Okay. That is when her turn starts or when she enters it, right? Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I just walked into her with it.
Yeah.
So.
that's a 13.
Right.
Oh wait, you said wisdom?
Yes.
Oh, it's even lower then. It's a 9. Sorry.
Okay.
Her con save is a lot higher than her wisdom.
So that's a 17.
Holy crap!
Quite, right? I don't remember it being this powerful in Baldur's Gate. Or
Well, that's
maybe the
because-
enemies were just different. And then I am going to... Which one do I wish? I'm gonna go offensive and shoot her with a guiding bolt.
Shoot her! You could certainly try.
Range spell attack. That be plus my wisdom, remind me, or my whole spell attack bonus.
That's your wisdom. What you got? What you got?
Once 12.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Well,
Okay. For your turn?
yeah, I'm just gonna kind of stand in a defensive and curious posture and continue watching her avidly.
Okay. All right, so her turn's starting. She takes damage again. Oh, well, actually, I have to roll. I'm sorry. That's a 2. So
Oh my god, she's
total
gonna.
is 7.
These guys, spirits are gonna do all my work for me. Cassidy is very much enjoying the spirit. $17.
Jesus. Okay. All right. So so we're on her turn. She is going to put both of her hands out, still holding the quarterstaff in one, and her eyes are going to light up this bright orange and red color, like shifting between the two. And much like your spell that is emanating out from you, instead of spirits, it is just this aura of flame that spreads out in a 30-foot radius.
Oh,
So double the size of yours.
well, that's rude.
I don't know if you can see when... I don't think you can see when I do this.
Did you put a circle on her? Because I can't see it.
Yeah, I did. I need you to now roll for me a Constitution
is.
saving throw.
I was playing with it, sorry. Does
You
that
can. Constitution saving throw. What is my goal?
Your goal is 17.
Ooh. Man, that would be a 16.
Ooh, alright, hold on. That's 4d10 of damage.
Oh. Wish me luck, guys.
That is 38 points of fire damage.
Great. I'm down.
Okay. You drop. Hold on, I'm gonna get rid of these radiuses. And as you collapse to the ground, she puts her arms down and this flame aura dissipates. She walks up to you and she takes you by the hand. She pulls you up to your feet. And you could see now, you know, you're up, you're on your feet.
So, one hit point.
Mm-hmm. And she, you get a good look at her now. You fucked her up pretty good. You shaved off about half her health. And she's smiling and she nods and she says, the elements favor you.
It was a fair battle, but you took it quite handily. I was never going to be against you.
She thinks on it and she says, maybe not. But you fought well, and I could feel your dedication, your need for help. I'll fight with you. And you have my vote.
I thank you.
She reaches into her pocket and she takes out this glass orb. And she says, have you heard of the healing properties of fire?
I have not.
Few have. I've heard countless fools shout, by fire be purged. But I think there's some intelligence there. And she puts the orb in your hand and She says, hold on to that. Not that I don't think you're capable, but when times get really bad and you need to get picked up onto your feet, that might come in handy. I don't have a handout for this, but this is a pure elemental flame. When you are at death's door, you will be brought, that will shatter and you will be brought back to half health.
Okay.
Now, I mean, when you have failed your death saving throws and you are dead,
Your final one.
your final one, that will shatter and you'll regain half health and be up on your feet.
Wow, that's quite a gift. I thank you.
She nods. You fought well.
It will take many of us to overcome. We will do so together, not one-on-one.
Of course.
That's where our strength.
She gives you a smile and she pats you on the shoulder. And she looks over at Zura and says, okay, I believe them. I think they deserve our help. And she walks over to her bench. Tim,
Yes.
this individual, a woman with fair skin, long white flowing robes, long blonde hair that seems to glow like sunlight, is standing rather close to you, like she's in your bubble, and she's looking at your staff. Man, I realize how this sounds now that I say it. But she's very interested. And she's occasionally looking at you and then back at the staff.
Well, when she suddenly came over here, Tim probably would have been like, just hold on. Watching the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Gripping the staff firmly, ready to get in there if he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
But given how the fight went, he didn't see a need to act. Afterwards, he'll turn to her and say, is there anything I can help you with? I saw you perk up whenever I mentioned the children's spirits from Thrix.
So you turn to face her and you start speaking, and she's not looking at you for the first few words, and then she furrows her brow a little bit and looks at you, and she says, you can see me, and your everything except for you and her turn black and white. And any sound besides the two of you at this moment is like Charlie Brown parents. But it seems like you are completely disconnected from the rest of what's going on here. And
Man, I've got to learn how to do this.
And she, again, like just this fascinated look on her face. And she says, you have a branch from my tree. And she points behind her at the tree in the middle of the room.
That's your tree? Okay.
It is everyone's tree eventually.
Oh, that sounds ominous. Okay. Well, this used to just be a plain old stick. have to thank the wisps, the spirits, for what you see now. Who are you? My name's Tim. Let's start there.
She, you say wisps, and she's wisps, and she's looking at the staff, and it's just like she goes to touch it, and then she takes her hand back, and she thinks, and she's just kind of lost in this thought as you're introducing yourself, and then she snaps back to you, and she goes, "I'm Kisrit. I'm the Life Gaddacy, the only Life Gaddacy, Tim." And she reaches out to touch you. And you hear another voice. "Don't touch him, Kisrit." And you watch as this pale hand reaches out and grasps her wrist.
Can I swat that one?
Can you what?
Can I swat that hand that touches her?
I mean, you could. Were you trying to repel it away?
Well, it seems rude.
Mm. I mean, if you want to, you could just.
The Life Gaddacy is here. Like, I'm not gonna try and defend it. That's what we're after.
You you could just give me an unarmed, or
D20.
yeah, just give me an unarmed. Yeah. What was that?
Oh, that is so. With my strength modifier, that would be a 21.
Ooh, you smack his hand away. The hand belonging to this, you see him briefly, very pale skin, thin, gaunt. Himself is dressed in black clothes. It looks like old clothing, and he has long black hair that reaches to his shoulders, very ratty hair. In his face, half of it is gaunt to the point where it just looks like a skeleton. Like the skin has just sunken in so deep, it's just like literally like a layer over bone. And you smack his hand away, and he goes, "No!" And she touches you. And you take 5 points of necrotic damage as she touches your skin. And it feels weak. It feels like your life is just kind of filtering out of you. And he grabs her hand and pulls it away, and she just... "You're no fun, Calcid." And she pulls her hand away from him.
Okay. How about neither of you touch me? It's not the way I like to be drained.
We're all looking at you, Riri.
Yeah. Calzid said,
I apologize, Calzid. You just came in and started talking. We were having a conversation, went to grab her hand. It seemed rude. I apologize for stepping where I shouldn't have, apparently.
"Fine. She can't help herself. Nobody other than me and Karnos have talked to her in centuries." And he kind of like gently like pushes her back. "The title's misleading. She takes life. She doesn't give it."
Oh, okay.
And she looks very indignant. She's just kind of like,
And what do you do, Calcid?
"Spare the dying.
No.
Those worthy of being spared."
Then I definitely want to be on your side. At least your good side. Okay.
Yes, Sora?
So is Tim just talking to himself? Did I miss something?
It's like he is, but it's weird because you're seeing him moving his mouth and talking, and it just sounds very whispered.
Huh.
Like you
Okay.
probably just didn't even know. You would eventually notice it, but you don't at first. like his expression in his body language says that he's talking normally, but the volume's not there.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Sorry.
Cal-
I didn't know if I missed that.
No, you didn't. You didn't. I didn't get to it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, you're good. You're good. I'm just like, we're standing right here, and Tim's just
Yeah.
like. So. Thank you.
Calzid says to you, we're both good. We're just maintaining the balance that nobody else wants to maintain. Appearing next to him is this individual, like appears out of thin air, kind of like steps from a veil, if you will. Is this individual completely bald? He has a black vest on, black pants, a pointed face, looks very calculated, and he has runes etched into his skin in a circle on his torso and down his arms.
He doesn't give hair, does he?
What? No.
Okay.
He says, not to you. He looks to them and he says, "Are you two bickering again?" And they kind of ignore him, and he looks at you and he gives a bow. Karnos, Time Gatsy. We don't get a lot of company, if you will.
Time. Hey, say, none of you can teach me spells, can you?
It's ill-advised.
Damn it. Okay.
Likely kill you.
I'm up for the gamble.
I've
Should've seen my
seen
first
this.
interaction with the wisps.
I've seen this probability. I'm not teaching you anything.
Maybe not yet, right? Huh?
Hmm.
So why can I see you? All of you. Any of you. Is it the staff?
I'm sorry.
Isrit?
Man, I keep getting their names mixed up. Kisrit says to you, I think it is because of your staff. You mentioned wisps. What about the wisps?
Well, when we were traveling from our village, Greystand, to try and find Thrix, because it's the only thing that we had any mention of. I don't remember how we got the information, but we were going and to try and find Thrix to seek out information or help in our fight against the malicious Ironwood tree. And on the way, we found someone had traveled through time by way of the Feywilds. Not sure how well you would know all of these things, Karnos, but her name was Katie. During that venture one night, we saw these little glowing specks of light floating around, and I went and touched one. I tried to reach out to it mentally, and a bit of a shock. I think I took a bit of a hit, was thrown back, but I was able to commune thereafter, or during the contact. I got flashes and visions of the history of Thrix and its destruction. And then the Whiffs came back and talked to me again. Visited, I made contact, and it seems they appointed someone to be their spokesperson. A child named Gloria. And I said that I would help them find peace and move on.
Sent them to the cycle.
Yeah. I guess so. But after talking with them and accepting this duty, they all went into my staff and it transformed. It's now more of a spirit crow. These twists, and he'll point out the dots alongside. These are the ones that I have left. I've only fulfilled the requests of 2 so far. I'm not going to rush them because they can come to me on their own time. So, I think, was it Greg?
Yes, there was a Greg.
Greg and Emily.
Yes. Kisrit says, if only you were born here, you might have been my successor.
Who
That's why
Kisrit
you could
says that?
see. A what?
Kisrit says that?
I shepherd people into the cycle. I console them in their last moments and ease the spirit from their body so they can go to the cycle.
Interesting.
When I'm not being held back. And she looks back at Calzid.
Well, I'm glad you didn't send me through the cycle. I've still got a lot more to do.
You're not dead yet. You've still got a lot of energy, life energy left in you.
Your successor. Wow. Man, that would be a duty.
It
Well, maybe
lasts-
maybe after I'm done here, you know.
Mm. You have no gin, dear.
Oh, I guess you'd need one of those, huh? Do
But
you
I
have to put them in there when they're young?
Yes.
Okay. No upgrades
You're-
for me then.
Your being would burn out in an instant. But I do appreciate you taking care of my little wisps.
To think I'm sturdier than I appear, but all right, you say so. I'll take your word for it.
Well, this is very interesting. It's nice to have somebody other than these two to talk to.
Feel free to pay me a visit. Again.
Would you like to know a sure way to find us?
Sure.
Well, not Karnos, because, well, she looks at him and goes,
Time.
I don't
Yeah.
know much what he does. Find where the most people are dying, and you'll find us.
Okay. Kind of puts a damper on any hopes for light conversation, but all right. I guess that's your work. Guessing this is why other people don't want to do your job.
That's why other people don't want to meet us.
Well, I have to say, under these circumstances, at the very least, it's a pleasure. I'll give a slight bow to each.
Karnos gives you a bow. So does Calzid. And Kisrit just kind of smiles. And the other two disappear. And color returns to your world. And Kisrit just kind of steps to the side. And things are speeding up back to where they should be for you. And you haven't really missed much of a beat. But, I mean, Rena, Rarissa, you just watched Tim kind of have a little whisper conversation with the air.
Marissa would definitely like reach over and touch him on the shoulder. Just be like,
He
good.
kind of jumps for a little bit. He's like, oh,
Is he okay?
oh I'm glad it's you.
Yeah? Everything all right?
I'll tell you later. Put his arm around her waist.
She would go back in as well, like move her hand wherever it needs to be. I don't know where your staff is.
It's in his right hand usually.
Okay.
Or
God damn it.
It's not in his pants.
I was gonna say it could be in your right hand.
Well, that's all the
In front of
participation
all of these
for
beautiful
me.
people. We're trying to impress these people. Maybe it will.
I'm gonna go check on Cassidy.
Yeah, let's go talk to Cassidy.
You okay?
I'm sitting on the ground,
Also,
probably covered in crusty blood, looking like I had the hell beaten out of me. And I'm
Stop
just
it.
gonna look up at you and just go,
Lots of burn marks.
I'm gonna grab one of those thumbs up and help you up.
I don't want to get up. Leave me here.
You're the one with the healing magic, but I've got some poultice and some.
I don't have the energy to heal myself right now. And she's just gonna lay back down on the ground flat.
You still have one of those potions, right?
Maybe?
Marissa sat on top of me.
What?
I'm underneath her.
Oh.
Alright. Well, Cassidy's just laying down on the ground. She's just gonna do a big huff and use Cure Wounds on herself.
Okay.
All right. Zora watches you all and smiling. It seems that we have come to an agreement.
All right. How
We
do we
are
want to
to-
proceed?
Well, I think first. Well, not first, but you will be sent back home, as you were already told. We will allow you to stay here for a little while longer if you wish, but you will be sent back by the end of the day.
Okay.
We will send reinforcements to each of these villages. And when you arrive, then you will have backup in taking on these creatures when they rise.
Can you help us get to these villages, whether it's offering directions or it's direct transportation?
I believe that Malachite can offer you direction to these locations and where they exist in your region.
Can you offer any sort of assistance with us getting to Arcadia? Or, better yet, finding Grandma Peggy, whether she's there or elsewhere?
Arcadia. We have no power there. They're on a different plane from Gatia.
They've got their own.
They have their own, yes. Which we have tried to communicate with and meet, but they are not really much for keeping time, as it is very much all over the place.
Hmm.
So,
So he doesn't delve there. Got it. Oh, nothing. We'll have a conversation about it later.
So, unfortunately, Arcadia is not in our within our ability to assist with.
Okay.
I would say that there is a woman by Lilius who, if you were to mention my name, could assist you. Her and I have met before, and of all of them, she has been the most cooperative.
So you know of the green ladies and the other variations.
I've heard of the Green Ladies. I am not familiar with other versions of them.
Is what was her title?
The Green Lady.
Yeah, but the fire version that watches over
Oh.
the irised forest area. Hold on. Tim's flipping through notes.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
actually met Lilius. We she helped us out a decent bit.
She's one of the good ones.
She really is.
You want me to tell you what it is?
Yes, if you could.
The Ember Maiden.
Thank you. Tim will look at Ilmendel. Say, what of you? Do you know the Ember Maiden?
No. No, I've not traveled to Arcadia or dealt with their kind. My whole life has been in the desert. I've never known a fae to traverse the desert.
Well,
Dangerous enough.
these entities don't reside in Arcadia. They watch over, or at least from what I've seen, Lilius herself watched over a forest, and she has ties to Arcadia. She answers to Arcadia. Those of her court. She will be in the Spring Court. Makes sense that the Lady of Life knows of her. But I thought maybe Ilmendel, Desert Flame, I know. Maybe.
No.
That's okay.
Not a name. Not something I know.
What about Estrella?
Closest.
She yours?
Zora speaks up. She says, Estrelos, yes. We're not sure where she came from, but we found her and brought her back here to keep her safe.
So you're also unaware where these beings are coming from.
Her in particular, yes. Belba speaks with her more than the rest of us. But I can only assume that she came from the originator and his envoys.
Do you know what, do you have a good moniker for their kind?
Daemons.
I don't really like that one. But it is what it is.
It is a name, from what we understand, will come to pass. So we have adopted it amongst ourselves. Where did you two come from? And she looks at the twins.
Just gonna summon my echo. This one. From that. It's our dad.
One of the envoys?
Yeah.
Or is he another?
Our mom is human.
Zovos kind of steps up to the echo and he looks like he's sizing him up. Just kind of nods. Big fella.
Is it taller than me?
Yes.
It is? Oh, for some reason I thought it was the same height. I don't know why.
Nope, he's definitely taller than you.
Yeah, he is.
Zovos is like waving his hand in the echo. So
Have any of you ever met this envoy?
I don't think I have. But I've met a few here and there. Could have been a long time ago. Just not remembering.
His name is Void, if that helps.
Can't say that it rings a bell for me. Oh, what did I do? Oh, there it is. I know of one called Honor. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Was that one of the statues at Thrix? I don't remember. I have to look at my notes.
But Kitty.
But Kitty. Let's see. I have Callus, Dad, and Quest written down.
On the map of Thrix, there's a place called Fort Honor.
Oh. Did we go there?
No. But it was on the map. So you would have read it.
Ah. Okay. It's been a while since since we've seen our dad. But we met with Callus, Piety, and
Crash. Callous, right? And Fear?
Fear,
Mhm.
yeah. Recently, about a month and a half ago. So, I don't know.
We, Zora speaks up, we interact with them as little as we have to. And in engaging these creatures in your region, I would involve them as little as possible, if not at all. Nothing good happens where they tread.
Tim walks back over to where they were standing, kind of looking around like he dropped something, making sure he don't pick it up, and he's gonna like kind of whisper over to Kisrit and say, "Hey, do I need to keep our conversation private? Not tell anybody that I can see you,
She,
other than my friends.
Staring.
I'm gonna tell them."
she's staring off, like, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, if you wish, you may.
Is it gonna land me in some hot water?
Only if someone thinks you're going crazy.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
And she,
So, what's the story with this tree here? Place looks pretty barren. We're out in the desert, yet you got this tree.
who are you asking that?
The elders. I'm probably
no.
looking at Zara, but I will
Okay.
glance at each and every one of them.
Okay, gotcha. Zora will speak up to that. She says, that is one of many great trees of Gatia. That is the shepherd tree. Eventually, everyone finds this tree. This tree is what guides our spirits, our essence into the cycle to be replenished into the world and, in time, brought back anew.
Okay. So it doesn't have the normal need of a tree.
Zovos likes to water it because he thinks it makes a difference. But you water trees!
Right before he does
That's
so,
not wrong.
Tim will look at Zovos, nod at him, and say, "Yes, yes, you do, sir. Well done." And then he'll have a staff in one hand and he'll reach out to touch the tree and just kind of get a feel for it. Might touch staff to the tree if nothing happened.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Keep wanting to click the buttons, and that would be a 18.
18. Okay. You hear a lot of those whispers again that you heard when you came in. Mostly inaudible. You can't quite tell what they're all saying, but it just sounds like a lot of people in a room whispering. Nothing bad. The two that failed, which I think were Cassidy and Rarissa. Oh no, it was Rena and Cassidy. Heard like yelling and crying, screaming, like bad stuff. But you're just hearing general whispers. Not quite sure what they're saying though.
Yeah, that matches up with what Kisrit said.
Zora furrows her brow a bit. You have spoken to her?
I did. She touched me and it hurt.
Careful.
What?
Yeah, I learned.
Her and her companions, while they are chosen by us, they are uncontrolled. They go on their own whims.
Why do they exist in a way different from all of you? We can all see all of you. You're the
Because they
elders of each of your element, not them.
Because there can only ever be one of them. And a power such as theirs, too dangerous to have out in the world for someone to...
An immortal vessel.
And for someone to capture one of them potentially and wield or absorb their power, I would not wish that. Far too horrible of a thing could happen. For someone to be able to embrace the power of time, life, of death. Just one of those, and you could easily wipe out everything you see. We would not risk it.
Okay.
Ilmindel. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to ask if anyone had any other questions.
Yeah.
Please.
Yes.
Do you teach people your tricks?
Not really much of a teacher, but I could.
I liked that thing that you did with the fire. I don't know if that's something you'd be able to teach me, but
It's all fire, sweetie. Which part are you talking about?
oh, the thing with the diameter. It
Oh.
killed.
Blow?
That murdered Cassidy.
That was a pretty high roll. I
Yeah.
gotta tell you. Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I liked it.
She chuckles and she says, "That is from within me. That is my Jinn."
Ah.
I don't think I can teach you that. But I appreciate your curiosity, though.
I did ask. It's too late for them to imbue us. We're too old.
Oh,
We can't get
darn.
gin.
Yeah, you gotta be born into this. Sorry.
Hmm.
Well,
That
next time I
sucks.
go through the cycle, find me. He'll throw a glance at Kisrit.
You never know what could happen in 100 years.
I don't even know how long we live for.
It looks like you two will be alive a lot longer than me. So make sure the family stays in line, I guess.
That's concerning. Have any of you met, other than Estrelos, others who are born from envoys? Do you know anything of our kind?
Zora says, I have not met anyone of your kind, but you are not born purely of an envoy. So I don't know if you are wondering about your age, your lifespan. I'm not sure. The envoys have been around for a very long time. And I have asked Kisrit about their lifespan, and she even seems confused by them. So, but you also have human lineage within you. So who's to say how those things mix? Malachite speaks up and he says, I have seen one other than the two of you.
Yeah.
Or I'm to believe that he is a child of the envoys. He is out in the Maverand village.
Okay. This is probably an odd question, but what color is he?
Blue. Poor boy has been doing his best to fight back the creature that is attempting to awaken.
What's his name?
Shit, hold on. What do you mean I need access? It's my drive.
I'm gonna punch the
Get the
fuck.
key.
I'm gonna punch Dad. I swear to God.
Man whore.
Yeah. Damn.
He doesn't have a monopoly on blue.
Well, I mean,
His
we're blue.
name. His name is Entropy.
Wow. What a name.
Do you know how old he is?
No,
Yeah.
I
His
just
mom
know
could
that
be
he is not. What was that?
His mom could be long dead. You know, this could have been a thing in the past.
I only know that he is not an envoy.
Okay. Well, if
I
this...
apologize if this information upsets you.
No, just raises more questions.
We
If
did find out he's over 1,200 years old, so
yeah. There's statues of our father in Thrix. So We're only 28.
They've been around a lot longer than that. Longer than us.
I don't want to live
y'all
that
have-
long.
Y'all have any books? I'm just gonna take one of his out. Might look something like this.
There are not that scrolls in the marketplace, stories people have written. We depend on each other to recall the past. We don't like to keep it down in books, or parchment scrolls. There's only so much good in focusing on the past when the future is coming at us full force.
Okay.
We have to be more concerned with what's coming than what has been.
Understand.
Is there anything else, Measure?
Not that I can think of right now. I'm sure I'll figure something out in a week's time that I would have liked to have asked you, but oh well. That's the way the leaf crumbles.
Very well. As I stated, you are free to stay for the remainder of the day, but by the time the sun sets, you will be taken back. Malachite will come and find you and return you home. Unless you wish to go sooner. That can be arranged as well.
Do you want to stick around, Tim?
There's so much to do. I can't think of anything. I mean, if I had more of an acceptable currency, I'd probably buy a few more things. But I got a nice lantern. Went to the hot springs last night.
Hmm?
So
Mm-mm.
No, you didn't.
No, we
Nobody went to
watched
Hot
the
Springs.
stars.
Oh,
When we watch the stars, training grounds. But the hot tub now. Hot springs now.
how about we take our leave of the elders and we can make contact with you all whenever we're ready to depart or find Malachite. I'm sure. Where do we need to be at the very least to for our transportation to meet up with Malachite?
return to the door you entered to get here. Knock 3 times. We will send him.
Okay.
She's referring to the very large double doors that were in the marketplace. On the north end of the marketplace.
Okay.
Right. And the doors that you entered here open, leading into the tunnel to bring you back down into the whaling tunnels.
Cassidy will look over her shoulder as she's exiting and say, "Thank you, elders."
They smile and they give a bow of their head as you are exiting. Yeah. That's it. You head down the tunnel, travel for almost, 6 minutes about, until you finally come out the other end back into the bustling market, much like you saw yesterday or the previous night. Much of the same scene, just now with sunlight coming down from the opening above. A little busier, a lot more people running around, children, being little chaos seekers.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
You can say no.
Of course I can.
Do you think it might be possible to... you said you can kind of send messages, right, to people?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you might be able to do that to our dad?
I could try. I'm not too sure if the spell would carry over because typically it's someone I have to be familiar with. Can you change the appearance of your echo to more closely match what you saw, your vision?
I could try. I've never done that before. Damn, that's gonna be really shitty to do.
You can just summon it.
Mhm.
Whether or not you can alter it. That might help
Yeah.
chances. I can say 25 words about. So if you can think of something that you once said that can be confined in such a way, I'll give it a shot. I've got 2 barriers to meet past. There's a small chance it won't go through planes. He's in Arcadia. And then there's a still small but even greater chance that I'll fail to cast given this curse.
Right.
But we can try.
Is there
When
any...
you go to do this, roll for curse first and then roll for the plane. So go ahead. I'm sorry, Sora.
You're okay. I thought I had a sneeze anyway, so it worked out. Okay, Urissa, is there anything that you wanted to say to Dad?
Where's the milk?
Yeah, where's the fucking milk?
No, I left him back at the store with my cigarettes. Sorry, I'll be right back.
Don't worry, Tim's gonna take care of it.
I just want to ask if he's okay.
Maybe
I don't know what else to ask.
tell him that we're coming to find him. Maybe. Okay. I guess, yeah, if you could just tell him that, or ask him if he's okay and tell him that we're coming to find him, if it works.
Okay.
And I'm gonna summon my echo, and I don't exactly know how I would, or what you would like me to roll to try to alter its appearance to what I saw him as. I know it's technically not on paper possible.
Yeah,
but-
So, but you're trying to exert your will on this ability. So I'll say, roll, what do you use for spellcasting modifier?
Charisma.
Okay, so roll like that. Roll with your charisma modifier and proficiency bonus. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a high DC, but
24?
okay. Yeah, I'll take a 24.
Okay.
Yeah, he almost looks shorter. Something he didn't have before. He has a tail now. Because Dad had a tail. But he looks a lot more emaciated, weak, thin, not the tall, imposing individual that you're used to seeing projected. I mean, you looking at, you could tell it's the same image, but much weaker. What's up?
I
Sora?
don't mean to question you. The statue did not have a tail.
I don't think it did.
And so, like, I guess I didn't check if it just fell off.
Could have.
And the
Or
echo
perhaps
doesn't?
the artist had a different interpretation.
And the echo didn't? Right?
No,
Okay.
not previously.
Alright.
It probably does now, though.
So, did Dad have a tail when I
Mhm.
saw him before?
In the cage.
Okay.
Dad in the cage, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Alright. Sorry.
You're good. No, it was, yeah, you were right. The statue didn't have it, and your original echo didn't have it.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right. You didn't check to see if a tail fell off. It might have, or they just might not have, sculpted it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you get what. I'm not trying to sound like I'm cheating you when I say it this way. You get what Rena believes to be an accurate vision of what she saw when she was quote unquote visiting Peggy. So, in Rena, you feel very confident in how it looks.
She's
Right.
She probably just took a quick glance and she's like looking away, probably looking towards Tim, away from the echo. So
And of course, Rarissa can see this too.
Okay. I rolled the 69 to cast the spell.
Wow. Wow.
fuck yeah.
And I roll the same percentile die to try and reach out to him. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, roll above a 5.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you didn't say below a 95 because it got a 98.
I'm sure it could go either way, but I'm pretty sure,
It's up to you.
No, you're good. So you can cast the spell, and you feel like your words will traverse planes.
Hello, Void. My name is Tim from Greystand. Your daughters want to know if you're okay. Also, we're coming to save you.
Okay, is that it?
Think so?
That was 22. That was great.
Oh, fantastic. I didn't even count.
Unless I missed one. So, you give me. I need you to give me an additional roll. Give me a.
Restoration?
No, give me an Arcana roll, please.
Oh, thank you. Damn it. Hope the DC is low. Rolled a 4, that results in an 11.
Okay. So you feel the spell go, and you feel it connect, and then. So you know someone hears it, and then you almost get like this staticky feedback, and you hear. Oh, I'm sorry, but Void can't come to the call right now. I'll pass on your message, though. I'll see you soon.
Lovely.
You're telling me they didn't put AT&T cell towers in Arcadia? Fuck. Like, alright.
It was clearly Peggy. Like, you recognize the voice.
Yeah, I can feel it in my ear. Ah,
And on that note, we're gonna take a break.
No.
You okay, Sora?
No.
Well,
Huh? And we're back. Hi, friends.
Hello.
I hope everybody's having a good night.
Yeehaw.
Oh.
aw,
Mhm.
yee.
Hi.
Yeah, this actually just tastes like the peach light, like, you know which one, the peach mango body armor or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was probably their response to Body Armor, because Body Armor called them out for their drinks being full of salt.
4% watermelon juice. Yeah, 230 milligrams of sodium.
What about all
Yeah,
the
you
sugar?
You should look at regular Gatorades, salt, and yeah, there's a lot of sugar in some of them too.
A
It's
little bit of
tasty,
salt's
though.
okay.
A little bit, but
Not as much as they were putting.
yeah, Gatorade built their whole quote-unquote hydration formula around salt. So, and salt does not hydrate.
And Dasani built their whole... Sorry.
It's got electrolytes. It's got what plants crave.
Yeah, damn it, you beat me to it.
Does it say electrolyte beverage?
Mm-hmm. How are you doing, Luna? You doing okay? I know you said you're taking care of something real quick.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna be back soon. I promise. Like
You're
on
okay.
camera.
Yeah, no, you're okay. I was just making sure you're all right. Thank you, everybody who's tuning in this evening. We're happy to have you here. Just as a reminder, if you've missed any of today's episode, if you subscribe here on Twitch, you can just watch when we're done.
Yeah.
And if you really want to torture yourself and wait, you can catch it on Thursday on YouTube, and you could go follow us over there. You don't have to pay money over there. You just have to wait until Thursday or Friday.
We also,
Oh.
while I was just not paying attention or fucking having a stroke. Oh my god. I didn't realize we
God.
added emote slots. So we
We
went
did?
from 5 to 7.
Oh.
So I put our fish and our bee emote. In addition, I did remove an emote, but it was
Oh.
replaced with your DM raid emote
Oh, okay.
that I forgot we had. So
You took out the base one and put in the one with raid on it?
Mhm.
Okay, we'll put the
Yeah.
regular one in later.
yeah. So
Because we'll eventually get the slots. That's cool that we got more
Yeah.
slots.
yeah, we do have tier 2 and tier 3 emotes, but like, I mean, the anvil is locked behind 1,000 bits. So if someone gives us 1,000 bits, which I think is $10, then you can have an anvil too.
Yeah.
But as soon as I can, I'm gonna move that over to our tier 1 rewards. I just don't know when we
Yeah.
get an additional slot. But yeah, it's really exciting. Having the raid emote is gonna be awesome. So we can, give that
Raid.
in chat when we raid people or when we are raided. So
Yeah. I gotta remember that that's a thing now, that those are there.
it's not yet. It's processing still. Because I fucked up when I was doing it.
Shit.
Yeah, but the fish and the bee are already approved, so it'll probably be
Bee.
approved before tomorrow. So
I love the bee emote. I really do.
use it for
Yeah,
everything.
it's adorable.
Did you see the spring post that I made? Had the bees all over it.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah. The spring court invitation.
Yeah. Colby. Well, I guess you get an anvil.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Colby, for the 1,000 bits.
Woohoo!
Wanted that anvil.
Jesus.
Ding. Now, when they do that, that's just permanent. They have access to that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, cool. I didn't know how that works. I've never given bits to a streamer before, so.
Yeah.
Although there was a couple of times I did use bits to scare the shit out of Sora on her stream.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. We'll have to, you know what? I actually just had a really good idea for our maybe 50-second episode.
Okay.
We could do something like that where we could do like maybe not with bits, but maybe with like chat points or whatever. And maybe just have an interactive stream.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, where they could change, like, have Sora reroll, have, oh,
That's a
you got
good
a
idea.
natural 20,
Oh, no.
have somebody reroll it.
Oh
So,
no.
Maybe with more
Oh.
of like a one-shot side story thing, not with the main campaign, but with our characters, something like that. We'll have to talk about it. I have some ideas.
Hell yeah.
So-
I that's a good idea, and that is easy to execute too,
Yeah.
which I really like.
Yeah.
So,
So,
sweet.
yeah.
Man, keep your finger on the pulse there, guys. By the way, I've seen that Rainmaker's been very active this evening, so make sure you click on our link tree and you can join us on Discord and stuff like that, and you can get updates and figure out when we have events and things like that. So
Yeah. We do that.
as well as all the other things that we do. So okay. So you're sitting in the marketplace near the entrance to where the Gassy Elders reside, and you've produced your father's withered form and echo, and you've attempted to contact. And Tim, you think that he might have heard the message. You're not 100% sure, but you definitely know that it got rerouted. But
Did
he
it-
might have heard it. There's a chance. You're just not sure.
Did it work?
Did it what?
After saying it, Tim will kind of stop there for a second after hearing that and kind of look over and say, but it was intercepted. I don't know how, but yeah.
By
What or who?
Yeah. Peggy.
Of course.
all right.
He might have heard it, but I don't know for sure. And given that she responded, sure how often I should try.
I don't blame you. Thanks for.
Thank you for trying. Yeah. Well, I thought I was onto something. She's gonna immediately dismiss her echo.
I didn't even think about that. That was good thinking. It's worth a shot.
All right. Well, what do we want to do? Do you, Tim? I know you like to kind of walk around and investigate things. I'm okay to leave whenever, but if you want to spend some more time here, that's okay.
What about you, Marissa?
I'm actively trying not to throw knives at something. So, either hot springs or home is fine with me.
Good old coping mechanisms.
I go home, I can throw it at the stick that I have behind the apiary, and that'll...
I'll join you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could go back up to the training grounds.
Could do that too.
could.
We should go do that. If you
Yeah.
want to
Right
hang
there.
out here.
Let's go do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're right there. Like, let's just...
We're gonna go do that.
When y'all are done, I'll be at the hot springs. I'm gonna go back to our room, make sure we get everything cleaned up and done. I don't like leaving places a mess. Not that we're messy people, but I like to clean them up. Make sure we didn't leave anything behind. Cassidy,
Mm-hmm.
you wanna go smack some stuff? You wanna help me clean? Or you wanna just go soak?
I will come with you, but I don't know how much help I'm gonna be. I think if I get a rogue hangnail, I might fall over.
Yeah.
You should get some rest, Cassidy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hot
You should-
springs.
it'll be a lot easier to rest. Go home.
How about you go to the hot springs? Or you could take a nap.
Yeah, I'll take a rest at the residence.
I've got an idea for the hot springs once we get there.
Oh boy. Okay.
What?
I've got an idea for it. I think it's going to be fun. We're going to experiment. Or you can just leave me to it.
It didn't
Up
make
to
it
you.
any better.
All right. Well, the twins are gonna go attack clay effigies. It's a bright, sunny day in the dry desert. But the opening above this place does create kind of like a wind tunnel, if you will. So there's a little bit of a breeze down here. There's a variety of individuals that are attacking clay effigies, but it's definitely easy enough for the two of you to find your own. Is there anything that the two of you are talking about, or in particular that you wanted to do here other than attack the effigies?
I feel like they, obviously, if you think otherwise, totally fine, but I feel like when they need to get their anger out, it's kind of done in silence. Yeah.
Maybe they're talking to each other in the Twinlish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just cussing. Like,
Fuck! Like, yeah.
Okay.
Rena's just gonna give Marissa a little head nod. And then Flame Blade. And then just start going ham on one of the FGs.
Okay.
Yeah. That
then
lasts for
Marissa
10
will go and
minutes.
collect all the daggers afterwards, like just start pulling them out.
All right. Okay.
Goodbye, Flame Blade.
Tim and Cassidy, you start by going back to the residence. Cassidy, you're gonna rest.
Mm-hmm.
Tim's cleaning.
Yeah.
Honestly, an easy task. You only spent one night here, so
Yeah. Plus,
Um,
I've got magic.
yes, you could prestidigitate the fuck out of that place.
Well, I've got to roll percentile die every
That's
time.
true. That's true. I like threes. You could do 3 rolls for prestidigitation.
Oop.
Yeah.
Oop. Okay. It took 5 to get 3 casts out.
Holy crap.
I get 57, 54, 20, 7, and then
Oh.
82.
Jesus. Yeah, and you would have found whenever you failed, you were unable to speak for a short period of time before it came back to you. Let me see, actually. Yeah, for about half a minute, you weren't able to speak.
Wow.
Mhm. Yeah, that's math. Okay, yeah, okay. Um, but eventually, your cleaning does finish, and you are able to go to the hot springs if you're going to. Is anybody else going to the hot springs, or is going to meet Tim there? Cassidy gonna wake up, or are the twins gonna show up?
I think I'm gonna focus on my short rest.
Okay, yeah, and you can roll for a short rest, however many hit die you wish. Well, with the limit of whatever your level is. I'm just gonna keep rolling. Are the twins gonna plan to meet at the hot spring?
Marissa would definitely go after all the knife throwing. Gotta relax,
Mhm.
gotta chill after that.
I actually don't think Rena would go. She's probably gonna stay there a bit longer. Once the flame blade runs out, she's just gonna do her thing. Maybe start hitting some stuff with some hand axes. A little bit more power behind that than the rapier. So
She would definitely give Rena a hug before she went anywhere, though.
hug. She might. It might be more of like a side hug, to be honest. She's kind of in that like
Flame!
mode. Yeah. So
Murder! Hug! Murder!
yeah, basically. She's very focused right now. She's mad and she's sad. Why do I have 78 gold? That's not right. I had
78 gold.
I had 5, and now I
Yeah.
have 78 on my sheet.
Maybe you meant to write 78 in your Electrum.
Yeah.
Maybe I've got 128
make-
Electrum though, and I see what I did. I was down to 78 Electrum, and that's what it was because I used my 5 gold. Sorry.
Yeah, counting.
Yay! I tried. I'm so used to putting stuff in the gold slot that I just.
While you're in the training grounds by yourself and you're starting to, you're throwing the hand axes. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. As you're, doing this, you reach back and you throw, and you know how hard you throw, but the axe propels forward so much that it just cleaves part of the effigy right off, and you just feel this gust of wind come up behind you as you do it. This older human individual, short gray hair, salt and pepper hair, mustache, and a goatee, dressed just in the just tunic, slacks. He walks up and he says, "We doing all right?"
Oh, yeah. No.
The wind picks up blowing towards you this time as he puts a hand out where the hand axe went, and you see it slide across the floor and just kind of flip up, and he catches it and holds it back out to you.
Neat trick. Thanks.
A lot of strength behind that throw.
A lot of anger.
Yeah, gotta be careful. You don't want to put too much into it, then you don't have control anymore. You can't let the anger control you.
It's hard not to sometimes.
But, yeah.
My name's
Wow.
Rena.
Ron. Yeah. It's like I tell my wife, you gotta just stop, take a deep breath, and focus, or else it just goes out of control. And it's really bad for her because she's a fire goddessy, and it just, before you know it, the house is on fire. So
That sounds dangerous. I got some fire myself, but I'm not a goddessy. Whatever you.
oh, you're one
Yeah.
of the visitors everyone's talking about.
Oh, we're being talked about.
Oh yeah, I mean, no offense, but there's not exactly a lot of people like you walking around.
I'd be very interested if there were, but
Oh,
Yeah.
just a little purple one, but everybody knows her though.
we
Well,
we met her last night. Estrelos.
yeah, she's a good girl. Yeah. So you gonna be all right though?
Yeah, in time, I think. It really helps to get the anger out on something. So
Mhm.
I'm generally calm. I like fishing. So
Can't say I've ever been fishing before.
are there not rivers around here?
We're in the middle of a desert, dear. I mean, sometimes we can get out and, well, I mean, we can leave whenever we want. It's just not recommended because it's very dangerous out in the sands. So, but every now and then we'll have a group that'll go towards the not desert. And there's some lakes and rivers out there, but yeah,
What's a
it's not
desert?
common. Lots of sand. Just for forever in
Oh.
every direction. It's very hot.
Huh.
There are even these green things called cactuses. Don't touch them. They hurt.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
A lot of sand. That sounds boring.
It's boring and uncomfortable. Gets everywhere.
Yeah. Oh God, that doesn't sound pleasant.
No.
I just get upset when there's water in my boots, but you know.
That would be a blessing. But there's if it wasn't for the water goddessy, there'd be a lot less water around here.
Right.
I don't know where the nearest oasis is. That's water in the desert with trees. This very, very small area. Sorry.
That's okay. We live apparently a year away from here. A year's travel.
It's a distance.
So yeah, we have
I
trees.
couldn't imagine. Oh, well, that must be nice.
So
That must be nice. I couldn't imagine walking that far.
no, I'm glad we didn't. So
All right.
yeah. Appreciate you checking up on me, Ron. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we all look out for one another, especially in the training grounds, because one person losing their cool can cause a disaster potentially. So,
That's why I'm over here.
oh
Yeah. But
wow. Well, I'll leave you to it, and if you need anything, everybody's real helpful around here. So.
thank you for that, Ron.
He gives you a pat on the shoulder and walks off.
Protect Ron with my life. I just have to step away for like 2 minutes. I have to grab stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
But I can still hear.
Tim and
Yes.
Rarissa, you said you were gonna go to the hot springs as well, right? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I was not looking at the games. The enclosed caverns of the hot springs are mostly silent except for the gentle sound of running water and the occasional sound of water droplets falling off of stalactites surrounding the various pools of water. Oh, I'm sorry, falling off stalactites, period. Surrounding the various pools of water are naturally occurring bioluminescent mushrooms of greens and purples and soft blues that illuminate the cavern. And you see, and there are many of these pools in this area, and you'll see like there's a fire elemental just sitting in one of them, lounging casually in seems particularly hot that spring. There are various Gaddacy sprinkled out throughout. This is an active area, and but calm and relaxing.
Oh,
You'd
hi.
probably like bend down and just like poke at one of the mushrooms.
It just
Like
Just
waves
little
it to him, but then
pockets.
like
it's a little squishy. The bioluminescence almost like disappears a little bit when you press on it, but then when you take your hand back, it lights back up.
How many different colors are there?
3: green, blue, purple.
Tim's gonna look at the mushrooms and look at someone out in the hot spring. Hey, can I take a few of these?
The smaller you could take maybe a few, but just the smaller ones. Don't take the big ones.
That makes sense.
You'll get in less trouble.
We'll grab 2 of each color.
Okay. Yeah, you get little ones like boop, little sproutling mushrooms. I don't know what baby mushrooms are called.
not gonna lie, I was thinking of asking.
I think Talia might like these.
Oh. Cremini. That's what baby mushrooms are called. Cremini. Or, I don't know.
So there seemed to be a hot springs pool that is empty or very much less crowded besides the hot
Yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm.
I got something I want to try, but I'm not sure if I should involve anyone else while they're trying to relax. It might unsettle.
No, it's easy enough to find one that's not occupied.
Okay. How big are these spring pool?
I mean, they vary. What size are you looking for?
Doesn't really matter. I can collect valuable data no matter the size.
Okay. I would say you find one that's roughly 20 by I don't know, 20 by 10. So it's rectangular almost, but you know, naturally formed.
Marissa would
That's-
probably like sit down like crisscross applesauce kind of thing and be like, do your thing and then I'll choose one to get in.
No, please join me. I'm going to need you for this.
Like, are you doing it in the thing?
Yeah.
Or
Let's go.
okay.
Is anyone else joining?
Cassidy, did you wake up
Cassidy.
to go?
No.
Okay.
I think Cassidy's just going to rest.
I
Rena?
think Rena still has to work through some stuff last I knew.
Rena's probably staying there for a while. Yeah. Maybe calming down a little bit after her talk with Ron.
Tim's going to grab her hands. Come on, let's go.
Go.
Once they get in and get comfortable, it's going to cast Liamon's tiny hut over the spring.
Okay. Hold on one second.
The 10-foot radius. Pop it in the chat.
It doesn't have a floor, right? I think we discovered that.
No,
Yeah.
just the dome.
Let's see.
The dome of force.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, you make a dome over this portion of the hut.
Nice. Oh yeah. Definitely gonna have to use this back home.
Implications unpleasant.
My own private hot springs time.
Mhm. Prestidigitate the damn hot spring.
Of course. Not an animal.
Oh, I'm losing parts of myself.
That's what the prestidigitation's for. It's fine.
Oh,
Anyway, the spell seems to be successful.
Make it a little bit cooler on top of the water, the air on top of the water.
Yeah.
Something we're a bit more accustomed to.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
okay.
Anything
I see why you had me come in here.
Mhm.
Is this neat?
Yeah. You can come and go as you please. I can't leave
Well,
unless I want the hunt to go down. Right? And you're the only one who can come and go. So no one else could bother anyone else in here. Okay. Yeah, definitely useful back home.
Jesus.
Could have kept Malachite out of our conversation last time.
That's true.
Though it would have been troublesome to try and fit. No, we couldn't fit everything.
A lot of people uncomfortably close in a hot spring. Half naked or otherwise.
naked or
Yeah.
full naked. Woo!
Who's touching me? What is that?
Who's
The
touching me with
measure got a
what?
lot closer that day.
What's with all these colors?
Oh, God.
How's your sister? I had RP for this too, so let's get back on track.
There's a reason we went to go stab things.
Mhm.
Oh. I think she's got a little bit more to work out than I do, but it's definitely concerning that she intercepted the message. And I can't help but wonder if he did hear it. And what he would think if he did hear it.
Well, Peggy knows we're coming. He might know we're coming as well. That's fine. Peggy knows. I don't think I've ever asked, but how do you feel about your dad? I mean, Brenna makes it pretty obvious. She's very open about it.
It was easier to be upset with him when I thought he was probably dead. Now I don't know. I guess that's something that'll work out if we ever see him.
Wow. We'll get it handled. Get it taken care of. Curse is gone. Parent returned. Some small semblance of order restored to Greystand and other villages. I don't doubt it.
No. I don't doubt us either. And I do like the thought of helping. I mean, helping others also would help Gray stand out quite a bit.
Yeah, and maybe as some sort of reward, the Gaddacy can grant us some means of teleportation or transportation between the other villages, and we can set up some trade aid. Man,
I think that'd be really neat to.
so I think we're gonna need to up the population at Greystand, though.
There it is. The Thomas agenda.
For that.
Tim's gonna turn very red and say, I didn't mean just us, or I mean us.
I'm glad you don't expect us to populate more of a village, like just solely.
Roll for Damon. You all right over there, Sora?
A little jealous in the face paint right now.
Turn purple underneath of hair. You know, it's fine. It's fine. You'd kind of be like, not just something to think about, I guess. How do you feel about the fact that I could very possibly live a lot longer than you? I know how I feel about it.
On one hand, well, actually, it'll all be on one hand, Tim, but it's a great motivator for me to find a way to live longer. I already had motivators, but this just adds more to the pile. If I can live longer, spend more time with you, that'd be fantastic. I think I've only really got 2 points. I don't need all 5 fingers. Second point,
Only two's needed most of the time.
second point, I can take some sort of solace in knowing that, or believing that your life expectancy is longer than mine. If it all go well, I shouldn't ever have to see you die. I know death comes for all eventually. Well, I believe. Clearly, there's exceptions to rules. There's a lot we don't know. It doesn't really bother me. Outside of that, I mean, there's just those 2 points. What about you? I know it was a shock for you learning about Anthea's age.
Oh yeah.
And then finding out your dad was over 1,200 years old.
Yeah, there's a that I don't know if I'll reach the same as Anthea or beyond or what. I know my name has never felt more like magic than when it comes from your lips, and I'd rather not imagine not hearing it.
Critical.
Wow. Wisdom save, man.
I mean, Constitution in there too.
That's a clip.
Beautiful.
Laura.
Damn, I want someone to talk to me that way. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. What were we talking about?
Magic.
Fine. Yeah, maybe it's best if we call it a night. It's good. It's a good time to get out of the hot tub.
Is it hot in here? Yeah, I'm gonna get out. They say if you stay in these things for too long, it's bad for your heart. I'm gonna get out.
Turn my fan on.
Turning red, purple, purple.
Purple. Yeah. I think we've confirmed that you turned purple.
Probably just the water. Maybe just the water. Gotta get out now.
It's just the mushrooms in my pocket. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
All right. Anyway.
Class.
So we move on.
Yeah. Yeah. Sora. Oh god. Okay.
There's another clip.
Yeah.
Clip, clip.
Well, you retreat from the hot springs. In whatever condition you're in. Cassidy, you rolled your hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many did you use?
All of them.
Oh, okay.
All 5.
Okay. 5. You're level 5? Yeah, you're level 5. I thought you were level 6. I don't know.
Are we level 6?
No.
Because Cass is level 5.
I'm like mixing up games, I think. You're supposed to be level 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm definitely level 6.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you want to roll an extra one, go ahead. Make yourself level 6, please.
Man, that might have affected my fight outcome.
Yeah. What's up, Sora?
Oh, no, I was thinking I was also level 5. I am 6. I'm fine.
Yeah. So, you retreat from the hot springs. Rena, where are you?
I'll go
I know where
back.
Cassidy is. To the living quarters.
Actually, no, I think Rena is gonna be a loner and maybe just go wait by the door that we have to
Okay.
knock out. She'll just sit there.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right. And all right. So what were Marissa and Tim doing then? You gonna go get Cassidy?
Yeah, probably. Well, did we find Rena? Sorry.
Rena is waiting by the door.
Okay.
The
I'll go
door
get
to
Cassidy
that
then.
you're supposed to go. Mhm. Cassidy, were you doing anything other than resting? You should have.
Yeah. She's not. I mean, I don't have any special task or interests established for her.
Okay.
She's just ready to go home.
Well, you all gather easily enough. You gather at the large double doors, knock 3 times. It takes a moment, but Malachite does arrive. And he says, "Good work today. You made quite the impression. Both Ilmendel and Belba have said that they are going to fight alongside you. So
I'm
you Hmm?
sorry. I'm surprised my performance was swaying for them. I didn't survive for long.
Well, whatever you did, it allowed Ilmandel to see what she wanted to see. And you should be proud of what you did. She's not easy to hit.
Did a number on her, Cassidy. Well done.
Thanks.
Thank you, Malachite.
Yes. Thank you.
While I stand with the Gaddacy, I can't say that I agreed with their decision, but I am glad to have allowed you to get the help you need.
It's an honor to call you an ally, then.
And he brings you to a wide open space, and much like you saw before, he activates the metal cube and plants it to the ground, creates a teleportation circle, and off you go, hurtling through the various elemental planes at a high speed until you land safely on the ground in the familiar clearing just outside of Greystand.
Yippee!
It is a little lighter out than it was previously. So you've gained a little time.
That wasn't me.
I know who it was.
Glad it happened all the same.
He looks at all of you and he kind of nods his head. I have to wait a little while before I can depart, but I will be shortly. Is there anything else before I go?
Anyway, I was fighting with the mute button. We were told that you could give us those directions to the other villages.
Oh, yes.
Tim will take those down.
Yeah.
So let's see. Hold on 1 second. Okay, doing. The first village that we will discuss is the Birnasnog village. It is located southwest of this location. It is a swamp. And do you have tall boots or footwear?
Yeah. Use it
Bring
for the
them.
fields.
Bring
Sure.
them.
Okay. We can get some fitted for the rest.
The locals call the area the Gombaro Swamp. And he would give you more precise directions. I'm just paraphrasing, but he would give you actual directions on how to get there. You just let me know when you're ready for me to tell you the next one.
All right.
The next village is located northwest. Sorry, I couldn't find it. It's located northwest, Maverind Village. The locals refer to their area as the Bluffs of Verendale. Me having to check my own spelling. There it is. High
Sounds very
winds.
elven.
Yes. high winds, treacherous storms. Be careful. I would recommend you stay away from the bluffs themselves until after you've visited the village. They can better prepare you for what you will be walking into.
All right.
The last village is Venris Down, far south from here. While the locals do not have a name for the jungle that they are located in, the nearby landmark that, if you see it, stay away from it until after you've talked to the villagers. You will die. There's a massive hole in the ground called Fell's Pit. As long as what I've heard is correct, this is where the elemental creature is awakening. Anything that gets too close doesn't come away from it. Or so they have told me.
All right.
I can't tell you how long it takes to get to these locations because I've relied on magic to get to them, but I can tell you that they are quite far. I do know that Maverind is west of Saxondale. So do with that information what you will.
A little bug in your ear, so to speak. Should we succeed in helping all of these villages, do you think that the Gattacy might be able to reward us with some means of traveling among all the villages for transportation? Something quicker than our own feet? Magical means, or at least the knowledge of such a thing.
Reward
more of
for
those
saving
cute-
the villages.
Yeah, I think if we can link all these villages to each other and to our own, we'd all stand a better chance in the future for any upcoming troubles or battles.
I could suggest such things. Should
It's
you
not in-
succeed.
It's not entirely, self-serving on our end. It's also going to help the other villages, and I'm sure it would help the Gattacy.
There is potential.
Especially if you or whoever else has to come out here to confer with your contacts in each of these villages. Only has to go to one place, and everyone can meet in one village.
Mm-hmm. I understand the reasoning for what you're suggesting.
Used to
could-
having to work really hard to pursue or persuade people to do things for the greater or their own benefit.
Should you succeed, I will speak to the elders and see if they are all right with us lending that sort of aid.
Thank you, Malachi.
Mm-hmm. Don't thank me yet. Wait until this is over.
I'll thank you now. I might not be alive after it's all over.
Hmm,
We'll give it our all, though.
that is a point. Well, wind at your back, Gattacy. Or Measure. Wow. DM fucked that one up.
Unofficial Gadsden.
Wind at your back, Measure. Hopefully, next time I see you, it will be under good circumstances.
You're here.
The steps, he moves deeper into the forest till he's out of sight, and you all are just a few steps away from being in the village.
All right. I guess we go talk to the elders.
Okay. That's what everybody's gonna do. Everyone's gonna go find the elders. You are? Okay.
I'm not sure if Cassidy should retire for the evening or join the conference.
Well, Cassidy, if you'd like, you can join us. Otherwise, you can go home and tell your own parents and get some rest.
Yeah, I think that might be the best for me at this moment.
Okay.
Have a good night, guys.
You as well. Thanks again.
Give me one of the three of you. Give me an investigations roll to find the elders.
Okay. So, that is a 10.
It takes you a little bit, but you do find them eventually. They're actually looking over the finishing touches of the Roundstone Ranch's fence, as the last parts of it are being put into place, and they're just kind of making sure everything is as it should be. But they both see you approach, and Valdine says, you're back. Welcome. Everything went well, I hope?
Yeah, it went well. We're gonna see about going in. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're gonna see about clearing up our curses, and then we will go and help out the other villages that have had trouble.
Right.
We're gonna take care of those forces, those entities that are either a danger now or will be, and hoping reward help bring us all closer together.
That would be beneficial. With everything that's going on, finding others to help combat the dangers of the forest would be very useful. We can only stand up against so much by ourselves.
Well, they've also said that they would aid us in these fights against these entities. So the entities that we'd have to face one way or another will have a better chance.
Good.
Real win. I spoke, Cassidy fought, and we convinced.
Oh. Good. Well
Yes, sir.
done.
No, that's about it.
Well, it seems your trip was successful, so that's what matters, right? Good job, Measure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Renna, Lenar is looking for you. He's been wondering when you're going to get back today.
Oh, okay. Do you know where he is? Sleeping?
Probably, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'll give
Certainly.
you this heads up.
Hmm.
Well, getting to these villages. We've been
Mhm.
given directions, but we're gonna have to walk.
Mm,
They're all
unfortunate.
pretty far away.
Mm. Well, I will. The ranch is clearly devoid of its animals, but if something's out there that they can wrangle that might help, I will tell them to make it a priority. But I can't promise anything. The fastest thing on four legs that I've
Oh.
seen out here is Bosna, so, we're not going to settle
Hey.
Bosna.
That's an idea. I mean, they probably wouldn't do it, but man, if we could get in contact with the Centaur. We didn't encounter them in our travel.
No, but we found that statue, remember?
Yeah, and we'll be passing up that way anyway at some point.
The
We'll have to
history
go-
is.
We'll probably go to Saxondale first and then go out west to that other one.
Maverend.
Yeah.
Maverend, yeah.
My mind keeps focusing on the spelling and not the pronunciation. Spelling throws me off.
Apologies.
It's okay. I like it. Flex it.
Greystan's past has taught us to be wary of the Centaur tribes that roam the forest. They've not been kind to our kind. Bosna is a large exception
Yeah.
to what his people are like.
But, maybe they could.
You do as you see fit.
Thank you for your time. We'll
Mhm.
see about getting back to preparing for our trip to rid ourselves of the curse.
Good luck, Maja.
Same to you.
We are rooting for you. Now what?
Say we probably should each go home. Make some preparations. We want to meet at the court tonight.
Probably, yeah.
Or at least in the morning. Cassidy's probably time to recover. I'll probably stop by the forge, see if I can't, see if someone can pass along word to her.
Speaking of Cassidy, you head home.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Actually, the calendar needs to be ahead of day. I apologize. Where you go back to your house? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You go there, and your father is home. Just milling about, cleaning or whatever he does. He's yet to sit down for the evening, and he sees you and smiles. Ah, Pebble, you're back.
I'll give him a big tired hug,
Oh,
kind of where you like lean your weight on someone.
a long trip, was it?
I got my butt handed to me today, but the trip was otherwise nice.
Oh, come now. Got kicked around a bit.
Yes, I was challenged to combat by one of the elders. They let's just say they know a thing or two more than I do.
Oh. Well, what was the point of it?
To see if we fight with heart.
Hmm. Well, then they couldn't have picked a better person.
Thanks, Dad.
Of course. What now? What is your plans for the evening? Your mother should be home soon.
Oh, I think I finished my recovery.
Hmm.
Yes, I was.
Do you need anything?
Ah. Well, if you're offering, do we have any bread? Maybe a glass of water?
I can make it happen.
Thanks. I'm gonna go, crash in my room for now. Oh, and, as you ask, our next step is going to be traveling to another plane, the plane of Arcadia, to remove the curses that have been put upon us. And after that, we will be attempting to challenge the beings that are being awoken or created, which threaten each of the nearest villages to us, which are, we're not sure quite how far, but quite distant. So that's at least 4 separate missions ahead of us. So be a lot of work, a lot of walking.
That sounds like a lot. Are you sure that this is what you want? I know you can do it, but someone has to ask these questions.
Well, we've been assured that if we stop fighting now, there will be peace for a time. But if these forces overcome the villages that they immediately plague and gain even more power, it is inevitable that they will sweep the greater region, and they each may land on Greystan's doorstep at some point. So we can stand together and maybe possibly succeed, or we can stand down and surely fail.
Well,
I couldn't live with myself if we just let everyone die.
well, as much as we worry, your mother and I support you. But if it ever becomes too much, you can always come home.
Yeah. But if we don't fight, who will?
I understand. I don't have an answer for that, unfortunately.
Right. So I am now more than a blacksmith, it seems.
As soon as I saw those blue speckles on your skin, I knew you would be more than just a blacksmith. No meridian is just one thing, either.
It's a lot to think on. but I
Well.
always appreciate your wisdom.
I don't know if your mother would call it that.
Well, I won't say it in front of her then.
Very good. All right, go get your rest, and I'll find your bread and water.
Thank you.
He gives you a kiss on the head and sends you off on your way. Rana,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna go see the sleeping idiot.
Give me a perception roll.
Perception. Okay. What is that? I can't read. Oops. I'm having a time. I'm sorry, I'm falling asleep. Not anything on you. That is a total of 21.
You start to head towards his house and then pause and turn, and you see that he's on the water has receded a bit, and he's sitting on the bridge, fishing.
Is it like nighttime almost?
No. Well, it's evening time.
So the sun's not setting yet?
Mm,
We're getting there?
it's on its way. It's getting
Okay.
there. It's on its way.
Alright.
Yeah.
Push him in. No, I'm kidding.
You
I'll
fucking would.
I thought about it. I'll just walk up and just sit down next to him and be like, "Hey, I'm back."
Oh, he immediately, like, he puts his rod down and he gives you a hug. So, like, how did things go? Is everything is everybody okay?
Yeah, everybody's good. Cassidy had to do some like little fight with some people, but she's okay. She's resting back at home, and
Did you kick their ass?
yeah, honestly, she did.
Cool.
And Tim and Marissa. I think Marissa was going home. I'm assuming Tim probably the same. But yeah, everything's good. We're getting some help, hopefully, but we have to leave. I don't know when, but probably soon. To have to
Okay.
head back out.
All right. Well, do you just? So wait. So what are you doing now then? I mean, you're here, obviously. But...
I mean, I gotta go with them. So
I meant
oh, sorry.
tonight. I meant tonight.
Oh, I didn't really think that through. But
Oh,
no
okay.
plans.
Okay. Well, I mean, you could stay with me for a bit then, if you're gonna be going soon. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've been kind of like, you know, flaky. I'm just thinking about stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not good with words, so. But like, I like you too, Rena.
Oh.
That sounds so cheesy when I say it, but I really don't know what other words to use. I feel the same way you do. I'm just really bad at expressing it, I think.
We're both bad at that.
Fair.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that is nice. Now what?
I don't really know where we go from here.
Oh, okay.
You have more experience with this than I do.
Oh, yeah. I guess a little bit. I don't know, just, don't go anywhere without saying goodbye, and, we'll just hang out as long as we can before you go, and, when you get back, we can figure out what to do next or something.
That sounds like a plan.
Good.
I hope we'll have, a few days to hang out before we have to leave. I wish you could come with me. But
Yeah, I don't think that the forest is, or wherever you're going is for me. I mean, it's nothing against you, but I'd probably die.
she's just gonna rest her head on his shoulder.
He rests his head on yours.
I need you to still be here when I come back.
I'm not going anywhere.
I need you to be alive. So,
Well, unless there's another mean tree thing, I'm pretty sure I'll be okay.
she'll maybe put her arm around his waist a bit and just hold him a bit closer,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
snuggle.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, he leans into you and just holds you.
no.
No.
Is the plan at the end of the day for everyone to meet at the court?
It was
In the
talked
morning.
about? Yeah, okay, in the morning.
Yeah.
In the morning? Okay. I think you're muted, pal.
Yeah, sorry. Changed it to in the morning because figured we wouldn't want to interrupt Cassidy's rest. Let her convalesce.
So, Tim, we're going to fast forward here. We're going to go towards the end of the day. Tim's going home.
Well, Tim would have gone home to tell, or he would have gone to the apothecary on his way, dropped word at the forge or Cassidy's house to have someone tell her to meet the measure at the court in the morning, bright and early, and then would have gone to the apothecary, or rather to Whispers, to tell Talia, and then he would have gone back home to tell his family. He was going to be gone for a while.
Okay. And he's going to sleep in his little room apartment thing in the fields. Okay.
His other tiny hut.
His other tiny hut, right. Rena and Marissa, you're both going home?
Marissa would at least go
Marissa.
home to talk to Mom.
Uh-huh.
Rena will come back
Uh-huh.
eventually.
And then
Is Marissa going to go sneak into Tim's hut?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And Rena, you're eventually going to go home?
Okay, situational. So if Lennar wants to, no, I'm not saying anything's happening. All they did was say that they liked each other. Calm down, children. If he wanted to hang out, they like I said, they used to stay up all night and talk, when they were kids. So if he wanted her to go back with him, she would, but she'd probably be like, let me go say goodnight to Mom, let me tell her I'm okay, and then probably go back. So situational. I don't know. So
Okay.
yeah, words. I can't.
So wait, I apologize. You would go with him to his house, or he would go with you to yours?
Go to
I will
his.
leave it up to you.
His.
Go to his.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Cool. Well, as the day starts to come to a close, Rena, you are with Lennar at his house, and the conversation is a lot like what you remember. When you growing up, staying up late, talking all the time. But there's a little more of a. You were always comfortable with Lennar, but now you feel closer. Like there's a weight off of your shoulders, and you now, like you always told him everything except this one thing, and now it's out there, and it feels all the more right. I'm gonna roll for him too. Give me a con save.
Why?
Because it's late and you might fall asleep.
Okay. Alright, that's...
What'd you roll?
Hold on, I gotta do math. It's a total of 10.
He rolled a nat 20.
Ooh.
So he's still wide awake, and you're starting to feel yourself nodding off amidst this. And I'll get back to you in a second. Rarissa and Tim, you're at the hut. I'm not going to ask what the fuck you're doing because, we can only be so mature on the stream, but I do want con saves from both of you. Go ahead, Rarissa. What do you got?
7.
Tim?
12.
Okay. Well, you eventually find sleep. Rarissa falls asleep before you do, Tim. Implications, whatever they may be. Rena and Tim. You fall asleep. And it's pleasant. And then you start to dream. And you see each other.
This isn't what I expected.
And you're in a
Great to
haze.
see you, but
Gray clouds surrounding you like a fog. No real semblance of where you are, the ground. There's nothing beneath your feet yet. You're standing. Just more of this fog. And you see what looked like the faint movement of... You know what? Both of you give me a perception roll.
oh,
21.
Okay, 21. And what do you got, Tim?
20.
You see this
Synthetic.
movement, and you don't hear anything to go with this movement, but it looks like the movement of bricks in the fog ahead of you. And it's very odd because it's just like you just see movement, like the fog's moving, and this movement just kind of opens like a doorway, and you see two silhouettes obscured by this fog. One seems to be just a medium-sized humanoid, and the other one this much taller, looming, hunched figure. You can see these big horns that go back and these two motes of light where its eyes are. I told you I'd see you again. And I'll see you again and again and again. Do
Gonna
you
take
know
your
what it's
ride.
like? Do you know what it's like to lose somebody?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I bet your friends don't know yet. And you just feel this tug in your gut and you get pulled towards these silhouettes. And right when you're about this far away, everything goes black. And we're going to end session there. And I'm going to take this moment to point out, we mentioned this past Friday, but we're doing a special collaboration with Player Hater Gaming. And Rena and Tim are going to be on their stream next week.
Oh shit, it's time? Okay.
It's time.
It's
Oh,
here.
fuck. I didn't even know.
Rena and Tim will be going to their stream on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will have two of their wonderful people coming here. And they will be here with us on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the usual time. And Brandon is losing it in chat.
Uh-oh.
So that's it. Thank you,
No, it's
everybody,
not.
for... What?
Inspiration questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
inspiration questions. Yeah, real quick. Okay, guys. Yeah, if you want to stick around, we're going to do these inspiration questions real quick. Everybody,
Brandon?
roll me a 20. D20.
Brandon, did these carry over into your game?
Yeah,
'Cause
please.
I think I'm gonna need them.
We're begging.
That's going to be up to Brandon if you guys can use your inspiration over in his realm. All right. What do we got, Cassidy? He said never. Okay, what'd you roll, Cass?
Nothing.
Oh, roll D20. We're initiative for questions.
Kraken.
Oh, okay.
That means 20 on the D20. Those who aren't clear.
Yeah,
The
Cassidy,
The Kraken.
what do you got for me?
You said my name again.
Marissa.
I'm sorry, what was I supposed to be rolling for?
We're rolling for questions, so roll a D20.
Oh, okay. 18.
18, okay. Rena?
A good old 3.
Tim?
12.
Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so question time. Cass, you're first. Cassidy, would you rather camp outdoors or stay the night in an inn?
I don't know if that is like a valid question because they've only ever been to so many other towns. And there wasn't. We don't have an inn.
Well, look at it this way.
I don't
Would
think
you rather
Cassidy would even have concept of what an inn is.
Right. Well, would you rather sleep indoors or outdoors?
If I have a choice,
Mm-hmm.
indoors.
Cassidy doesn't like sleeping in nature.
I mean, I'm still a civilian when it comes down to it, or that's part of my origins anyways. So,
Okay.
you know, outdoors is dangerous, and lots of scary things live outside.
Okay.
So I'd rather have the safety of a roof or a magical force over my head than having to sleep and close my eyes and trust the world of Gatia not to consume me while I sleep.
That's fair. Okay, you can mark your inspiration if you haven't already. Well, you probably have. Okay, Rarissa, what's your worst habit?
Making holes in things?
Jesus. Come on. I'm so scared to ask you to elaborate.
Just assume it's the daggers.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
Hey,
hope it's just
you
the
never know.
daggers
It
for Tim's
could
sake.
be the horns.
that's true.
She could get caught on everything.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Stabbed Ulrich a few times. I'm sure it's gonna happen to Lennar too. Mom, anyone who wants a hug from us.
All right, go ahead. You can mark your sheet if you haven't already. Tim,
Need to make safety tips for the horde.
Yep.
Put wine
yeah,
corks.
just put some cork stoppers
Yeah.
on him. Yeah. Tim, are you more of a hoarder or a minimalist?
Do you
Yeah.
even have to ask?
No, but you do have to answer.
I'm a hoarder. I want a
Yeah.
whole building as big as the chapel or the temple dedicated to just my things or books. And then I could have another building just the same size and fill it up with other stuff. I'll take it all. If I could carry more, I would. Should work out.
All right. There you go. Okay, cool. That's a good answer. Thank you for elaborating on that. You can mark your sheet. Rena,
Thank you.
You're
do you give people second chances?
It really depends on what was done.
Mm-hmm.
Lavana did not get a second chance. Now, Mom, Marissa, our group, anybody else, they definitely get a second chance. Again, depends on what it's done, but she would definitely do it at some point. I'm sure she has. Whether her and Marissa got into little fights when they were younger, and she's just like, I'll give you another chance. Not to be mean, whatever. I don't know words. She definitely would, but it's very
Okay.
situational.
Yeah,
So-
that's fair. All right. If you haven't already, go ahead and mark your sheet. And now,
I
thank you for
can end.
reminding me. Now, thank you everyone for coming out. If you missed any of tonight's episode or session, you can catch it if you're a subscriber right away. If not, Thursday over on YouTube. If you're a podcast kind of person, Friday over on Spotify and other major podcast platforms, and not so major ones as well. And we normally have a stream this Friday night, but there's no Adventure Continues. I'm going to say that we're going to cancel this Friday's evening stream because I have a bunch of stuff I have to figure out. So I'm going to be very busy. So we will see you all next Tuesday as the adventure continues. Thank you so much.
Bye.
And Brandon, we'll see you soon.
Good night.
Bye. Thanks for everyone's support.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's not the end thing. No. Bye everyone. Thank you.